Hey guys, and welcome to my 12 weeks pregnancy update. So let's talk about my symptoms and let's hop right in. If you are new here, my name is Elena. I'm a mommy of 2 little boys right now with number 3 growing in my belly. So if you are not already subscribed to this channel, I would totally recommend hitting that subscribe button so you can follow along on this journey for baby number 3. Alright, the heartburn at bedtime has already begun. Once again, it's another symptom that has popped up out of nowhere much earlier than I was expecting to see it. So at bedtime, every once in a while, just a couple of times a week or so, I just have like acid reflux, heartburny feeling, just like yucky, not comfortable, getting ready for bed. I have been so incredibly thirsty lately, and not just like thirsty for water, but thirsty for ice cold, freezing cold, as cold as it could possibly be water. Like, I will not drink water that has sat out for any amount of time. It needs to be as cold as possible, and I crave it like in the middle of the night. I'll wake up to pee and then I'll be like, OMG, I need some ice cold water. All day long, it has to be ice cold. It's been ridiculous. Why is the fatigue not gone yet? That's my big question of this week, man. I can't wait to have some energy back. I am still so tired all the time, wanting to take naps as much as possible. Is it because I have 2 tiny people I'm taking care of? There's, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I remember last time when Calvin was like a 1.5-ish, or maybe just like a year-ish, and Eren was in my belly growing, I was so tired. So much tired than I was as a first-time pregnant mom, because it's so much different, like just being pregnant and it being you and your husband and there's nobody else to worry about, versus being pregnant and watching over a crazy toddler, right? So now I have 2 kiddos. Maybe I'm extra tired because I have 2 of them already in the house. I don't really know, but I cannot wait for the fatigue to be gone this time. So I had my first emotional cry moment where me and my husband were watching a movie called Mirai, and it is an anime, and it's about this little boy who gets a new baby sister and all the things that come with that. And toward the end of the movie, I was legit like tearing up, and I was saying to myself, I was like, oh my gosh, why are you being so emotional about this movie? I didn't cry, but I was definitely teary-eyed, and I was definitely had to talk myself out of crying while we were watching this movie. It was just too sweet. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend it. I don't know if it's new or old or what, but we watched it and it nearly made me cry, and I was just thinking to myself the whole time, I was like, you are a crazy pregnant lady. You don't need to cry about this movie. So I just took the Snoogle pillow out last night. It's laying on the bed right over here. That was the first night that I've slept with it, and I love it. I remember how wonderful the Snoogle is, and I should have taken it out a couple of weeks ago, but it's so nice to be in your little cocoon of pillow. It's the best. I love my Snoogle. If you do not own a Snoogle and you're contemplating it, totally buy it. It's totally worth it. I love it. I've loved it all 3 pregnancies. I mean, I only used it once last night so far, this pregnancy, but it's the best. It's awesome. Totally worth the money. So I'm totally already getting the urge to go through the baby clothes boxes and sort things out. I just have this urge. I just want to be nesting toward the beginning of pregnancy, and I feel like I've been like that with both of the boys as well, because with Calvin we had the nursery set up super early, I think before we even knew his gender, and with Eren I know that I wanted to start getting into the baby clothes around this time as well. And then toward the end of pregnancy, I don't feel like I was ever really super nesty with the boys, but yeah, the beginning of pregnancy I just want to get stuff already organized and ready, and looking at it, I just want to go through the boxes and look at all the cute newborn clothes, right? And along with that, why is it so hard to find baby-sized t-shirts? I was looking for baby-sized t-shirts for my sister, for her baby who's coming in January, because, if we're gonna cloth diaper, I want to be able to show off the diaper. I don't want onesies. I don't want stuff that's gonna snap over the diaper. I just want a t-shirt so you can just show off the butt, right? So I was looking for baby-sized t-shirts. I know it took me a little while to find a pack for Eren when he was a baby, and that brand isn't available on Amazon anymore. And the only brand I could really find of packs of t-shirts on Amazon was Hanes, and they really didn't have super neutral stuff. They had girly stuff and boy stuff, and I kind of want some more grays and browns and very neutral colors, and I'm just not finding exactly what I'm looking for a reasonable price. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. You can find onesies everywhere. Why are t-shirts so hard to find? So overall, this week has been okay. I've had, you know, the fatigue is like still such a big deal lately. At least the morning sickness is done with, but I just wish I had my energy back. And I go back to the doctor next week, the day before 13 weeks, and I have been having some anxiety about that doctor appointment because that's the appointment I'm going to have to talk to my doctor about possibly going to the high-risk maternal fetal medicine office, because that's what I had to do with my second son because of complications that happened with my first son. I don't know if I was actually diagnosed with polyhydramnios, but having high fluid, amniotic fluid, I had that with both of the boys. It was pretty high. I don't know if it was technically, you know, like over the regular limit, but I definitely had a lot of amniotic fluid with both of the boys, and that led to complications with my first son. My waters were starting to leak at 32 weeks, and then I had to stay in the hospital with him until 37 weeks when he was delivered. And then with my second son, Eren, I didn't have any real problems, but it was still just kind of stressful. I had to take a hormone shot every week. I had to go into maternal fetal medicine every other week, I believe, to check my cervix and to check my fluid levels. And like I said, my fluid levels were just high with both of the boys. And yeah, I'm just really nervous about having to have that conversation with the doctor. I don't know why. Part of me is like, what if she thinks, you know, because nothing really went wrong with Eren, what if she thinks I don't really need to go to maternal fetal medicine this time around, but then what if something happens and it would have been beneficial to have gone to maternal fetal medicine, you know? So like, I have these worries where like, I don't want to go every other week and I don't want to be in that high risk doctor's office all the time. But at the same time, like, I don't not want to go because what if things go wrong and being at that doctor would have helped, you know? So yeah, I don't know if she's going to recommend doing all the same things we did with Eren or what. So I've just been having a lot of anxiety about that doctor's appointment next week. Not looking forward to it. I don't like going to the doctor anyway. I don't know. Especially like with the virus and everything, like sitting around in the waiting room and waiting for like hours and hours and hours, it's just like not fun. And then only talking to your doctor for like 15 minutes is just such a pain in the butt and a waste of time, honestly, you know? So yeah, not looking forward to that, but we will talk about that more next week. Hopefully I don't keep worrying about it for the next week. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know if you guys are pregnant and where you are in your pregnancies, and let me know all the exciting stuff going on in your lives down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and we have to do the baby bump. Okay, so this is our 12-week baby bump with baby number 3.